And with that, the door behind him goes and opens up. You go inside, and there's kind of like a room with tapestries and paintings and things, and pedestals with like orbs. One staircase heading on up. It's a few stories tall.
She'll ascend.
All right. So you reach the top, and there's this big red door with banding on it.
Probably collect a knock. I'll rap gently at this chamber door.
Yes, come. Door opens up, and you see a man. Let me see. Turning from his chair is this man.
Oh my god.
Now, instantly you see this guy.
Oh, that's right. I remember. Yeah, the 5 wives. Well, he was the 4 wives, right?
He was the
Now
4
he's
wives.
of the 5
Now
wives.
he's of the 5 wives. You notice that he is not from this land. He reminds you of people who you know have come from across the sea. And he instantly gravitates towards Bethrina. And he's like, "How might I help you today, my dear?" And he stands up and kind of starts like shuffling towards you with his hands like this.
I suddenly get interested in the tapestries on the wall.
I hear tale that you know about magic swords.
Oh, I'm a wizard. I know about a mini magic thing. Do you have a sword that you believe to be magic?
Possibly.
Well, may I see it, dear?
So,
Such lovely hands. I just want to say, you're a ranger, right? Good with your hands?
I give him a peek at the sword.
And he goes, "Oh, my God. Where did you find this?" "Oh, you can tell me, sweetheart. I won't bite."
It came into our possession.
You see a flash in his eyes. "You're fibbing. Did you get it from your little buddy here?"
From me? Well, I was the one that found it. Yeah.
"Where did you find it?" He kind of standing there, and he has these 2 gold finger clip. They fit the whole finger, and he starts like clicking them together. He's clicking, and he keeps looking over at Bethrina.
So recently unearthed crypt.
A crypt.
Yes.
Was this in this area?
Yes. There's been a lot of earthquakes.
Earthquakes. Yes.
Yeah, tremors.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
True.
what unearthed it.
Well, the hilt is extraordinary. So this is Nubian in design. So this is the sword of, and he kind of like puts his hand towards the sword, and he's like muttering to himself, "Hathor. Did you find this in a temple of Hathor?"
Could have been. I mean, it was an ancient place. May have been a temple at one point. It was a crypt. I'll tell you that for sure.
Well, where did you find it? Where was it positioned? Tell me everything about the chamber where you found this.
The chamber doesn't exist anymore. That's the problem. So I don't know if those details matter much.
Oh,
We're more interested in what this sword can do.
Well, I can't tell you until you tell me where you found it, boy. Surely me could loosen your tongue, Bethrina. You're so vibrant. I can feel the energy.
I'm not sure we need to know any more about this sword.
Well, we probably discover its attributes in practice better than the silver-tongued devil here.
Well, he turns from you and starts walking towards the chair. "Just be warned that sometimes using a magical weapon when you don't know what it does can anger the weapon. That's free advice to the sweetheart."
I'll go stand by the door and just look at you expectantly. Like, that's your call.
And he sits down and he's like, clicky, click, click, click.
Your sword, your call.
I think we leave.
All right. Very well.
Click, 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 click with his finger clips. So you guys walk out the door.
Mm.
Till we meet again. Toodaloo. And the door goes. Whoosh. The door like slams shut, and it's like you hear this click, click, like that. So
If I had put it together, that was the guy with the 5 wives. I remembered what it was that we gave the merchants.
what was it?
It was pieces of the mosaic.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I would write that down. We can maybe do our own research. Or if we need a bard or something. What I'm saying is chances are Mo over there read it in a book too. So
Now it's about 8 a.m.
okay, so we could go check in with our merchant friends and see if they found out anything about selling those mosaic tiles.
Okay.
Or we could just carry on and go to the labyrinth. Well, we'd have to go get the banner first, but you know what I mean.
Let's go get the banner.
All right.
Let's.
Okay. So you're already in the keep. It doesn't take too long to retrieve the banner. So you retrieve the banner out of the case, and you tell me what.
Oh, well, I suppose we'll go to the thing.
You got all the gear you need. You got everything.
Yeah, I'll grab what little gear I left behind.
Yep. Pack it up.
All right. So you start making your way towards the labyrinth, and at this time, you know, people are coming around, doing things, and they notice. You start noticing people like see you passing by, and you see their eyes like first go down to the stand, you know, the patch, the emblem that you've put on, and then they look and they see the banner, and you start collecting a crowd. Like people start kind of following along, and you hear whispers. Oh my God, I can't believe it! I can't believe this. And you get to the front of this giant head that looks like this crazed man with his mouth open, and you see like the banner brackets around the mouth, and there you are. You're standing right in front of it.
You're carrying it or I'm carrying it? Who's carrying it?
At this point, you hear people, and some of them kind of yell out, "Are you with the ivory scimitar?"
Turn back and nod.
Okay, I guess I'm carrying it.
Wow, that's incredible. Well, I think Verikai's better than him. Well, I don't care. And you start hearing, you know, people back and forth. All right.
So I guess we stick it in the thing.
Okay. So you slide into one of the brackets,
Mm-hmm.
and you see the membrane like fade away, and you see a set of steps leading down.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go in.
We'll go.
Oh my
It's dark
God.
in there.
It's so exciting. Yeah.
All right. We'll get a torch out of my bag. Start. Oh my God.
Those skellies.
Mm.
So you can put your guys wherever you want. As you go down the steps, the light from the exterior as well as the afterglow of that membrane fades away and reveals this ruined chamber with a single door at the apex of triangular walls sloping away to the south. There's two skeletons, ancient and covered with cobwebs, laid about the chamber.
So when you say the apex, you mean like ahead of us, or?
Yeah, well, where's the dough? Where's the dough? Look at that, I've already made my first mistake.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's what was confusing me.
Yeah. There you go. Now it all works.
Like, what does apex mean again? Because
Yeah.
it doesn't look like.
Yeah.
So you said you lit a torch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we gonna go in procedural? Do you want to break down the procedure for us? Are we gonna do procedural, or what are we gonna do?
At this point, it's
Freeform?
freeform. Whatever you guys want to do.
It's like a sandbox?
Yeah, like a sandbox.
I'll just go downstairs. There wasn't any other banners, right?
No other banners.
I don't know how this is gonna work. I suppose I'll give you the torch. And how long does it take to, like, if I have my hammer on my belt, like, to, like, say we encounter someone, like,
In a 10-minute turn, it'll let you do that stuff as part of that.
10-minute turn?
I mean that, like,
In a segment? Or it takes a
before
segment?
combat,
Yeah.
it's 10-minute turns.
Yeah, right.
When you go into combat, if she had her ranged weapon, it would affect dexterity, but it doesn't do that with your thing. So you can pretty much.
So it's just assume I just grab it. And,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I wasn't sure if it, like, took a segment to pull out. So I'm gonna get my 10-foot pole out
Okay.
off my back, and I'm gonna poke the skeletons.
Okay. What are you doing? Are you doing anything? This is sort of the turn structure of it. I would roll for wandering monsters if it was however many turns that's supposed to do.
We would each do a thing.
You would declare what you're doing,
Right.
and then it would.
I'm looking around.
Looking around.
Yes, so we see the two skeletons. Is there anything else? Any markings on the wall?
You see some of those carvings that was like in that crypt. A lot of it is sort of that Sumerian blended with Egyptian stuff. A lot of this chamber is kind of crumbling. There's stuff broke. So it looks like that. You poke the skeletons and you notice that one looks large enough to be human and the other one looks like a dwarf. But there's no movement other than you stirring it around with a stick. There's cobwebs on it.
Yeah,
and
I was
dust.
mainly just looking to see if there's anything, coin or anything.
Can I hear anything?
At the moment, you can only hear in the distance, kind of the outside world still. But other than that, it's pretty quiet. I mean, the rock is thick, so you know how when you go down in a cavern, it just kind of feels soundproof, like you feel like you're in a,
Right.
So.
Under pressure.
Is there what is this door like?
It's wooden door that's banded with steel, and it looks like it pulls out. Is that where you're really at in the room?
This is where I'm at.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what you gather from looking at it from that distance.
Just go up to the door.
Okay, do we want to...
Yeah, how cautious do we want to be? This, I suppose it cautions its own reward. We could both listen to the door.
Okay.
We'll both listen to the door.
Both listen at the door. Okay. Let's see. Are you pressing your head up to the door?
Mm-hmm.
No one's wearing a helmet, right?
No.
No?
No, I don't think the Hobber has a hood.
No.
Oh, I don't know.
You don't hear anything on the other side.
Okay. Yeah, then we'll go and open it.
Okay. So...
I will have my
Try to open
my bow at the ready.
Are you going in to it or just opening it?
Just opening it at first.
As you open it, if you're kind of peering around as you're opening the doors, you see that there's 3 other doors. There's 2 on the side and 1 straight ahead.
Mm. And it's as it appears. It's like single door and then double doors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Embarrassment of choices here.
So do we go through into this chamber?
I'll
or-
poke the floor with my pole.
Okay.
Along.
You hear nothing unusual.
Okay. And then I'll advance inside.
Okay.
And I will follow.
Okay, so I don't know how hard it'll be for you to put yours in with the spear, but yeah. All right. So there you are.
Let's try the right. Listen to the right. So, is this north?
Yeah, north
So
is
we'll
that
listen at the west.
the west. Okay. You?
So far, unless you want to do it.
It sounds quiet to you.
Okay.
There's a torch off to the right of the door you walked through. So that's the only thing I didn't...
It's unlit?
It's lit.
Oh. Is it, I hold my hand up, is it hot? So
Yep.
Do I feel heat?
Yep.
Okay, can I listen at this east door?
East door. It sounds quiet.
Are you sure?
She's pretty sure.
Can I get down? Is there a keyhole in it? Or
Yes.
can I try to look through the keyhole?
Mm-hmm. So you look through the keyhole, and it's dark. So you know that there's no light source. There's no torch that you're seeing or anything like that. I was telling him that there was a torch lit on the right side of the door that you walked through.
I'll listen at the door to the south.
Listen to the door at the south?
Yeah.
Okay. It sounds quiet.
Okay. Quite all the way around. Shall we just try the west door? Alright. We'll try the door to the west.
Door to the west?
Oh.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and put your guys over on that side there.
Any torches in here?
No torches.
I will prod the spaces in front of us and we'll move down the hall.
Okay. Anything you're doing?
I am following with him.
All
As
right.
he tells me that it is
That's
safe.
Yeah.
Safe.
Well, if you see me step forward.
Yeah, you tap along. Nothing is happening.
Okay.
It's, smells stale. It's dark. You smell some earth, like an earthy smell.
Smells like earth.
There's some, fungus and stuff like that in the corners, things like that. I mean, this is an old place.
Is it otherwise clean?
Yeah, I mean, there's no remains or anything in here. No crates, no garbage. Just, where some of the wall has fallen into the path.
Go as far as that first double door to the south and listen.
Okay. Are you doing the same?
I guess I can listen as well. We both will listen. He can go high and I can go
There you
low.
go. Well, it just says what 2 people can listen at a door. Double doors, probably 4 people can listen.
Mm-hmm. It's true. Yeah, and you can do it up to 3 times each before the concentration's too much where you can't discern or whatever it was.
Seashells or whatever.
Sounds quiet.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot that about the whole. You could just do it again and again and again. Like, listen some more. But
And it sounded quiet to you too.
this far in, I mean, I don't know. We don't know anything about the labyrinth. Like, I would think, well, these people who've just gone in there the day before, that there wouldn't be monsters lurking about. This, close to the entrance, but I don't know. Shall we try these doors?
Going through?
Yeah. Well, opening it.
Should we listen at this door first?
We can. Okay. So we'll prod along the way to the next door, and we'll listen at that door.
You notice that your torch is burning a little lower.
All right.
A little bit lower. So you're both listening at that door?
Mm-hmm.
You are not hearing anything. Just normal, ambient, dungeon or cavernous kind of drips.
Right.
Nothing out of the ordinary. Same for you.
Okay.
So do we want to go back to the double doors?
Okay, yeah, we'll backtrack. Well, now that we're this far down, does this just end, or
No. You can see that it turns a corner.
which way, north or south?
South.
Okay, yeah, let's go back to this double door. We'll try the door.
All right. Who's trying it?
I will.
Okay.
Just so if you need to, you can shoot something.
Yeah.
That'll be our typical thing, I think.
Roll a d6.
Oh, it's stack?
Who knows?
1.
All right. So the door opens with some resistance. There's a thick tangle of webs having set in against the far side. Are you stepping more in, or
No.
so are you trying to open it more?
Open so we can shed some light.
Okay. So it's going in. It's opening in.
Okay.
More webs dominate the interior, but without stepping in, all you see is just kind of like it's dark in there, and the webs. There's more webs past the door.
Like
So when you
everywhere? Like
when
just
you
web?
when you opened the door,
Yeah.
there was web on the door, and then as you pushed it open and looked further, there was web beyond that.
Okay, can I listen again
Listen again.
into the door's open? I should be able to hear better.
Okay.
Listen for any sound of maybe a spider, large spider.
Let's see. Roll 3d6 and total it.
17.
What is your wisdom?
14.
And what did you roll?
17.
So at this point, you're not really hearing anything. Did you come closer to the door?
Well, I'm outside. I'm still in the hallway.
Okay. And
So I'm going to use my pole and push the door open.
okay.
So I'll take my hands off the door, I'll grab the bottom end of the pole and push it to where the door swings, at least to a 90 degree.
Okay. So yeah, with some force, you push through.
Are these webs breaking as I do that?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, they're tough though. They remind you of like what Black Widow web would be.
Okay.
But at that moment, in the corner, the right side, the right corner, you notice something in the webs kind of like glowing red. Tiny little thing glowing red.
Yeah, okay.
Can I sort of like lead with the torch and...
I'm going to say like we could try and burn the webs, but I want
Yeah.
to get another torch ready.
Okay.
So I start getting another torch out of my bag. Because
Okay.
also that one's starting to burn down.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what you're doing. You're going to reach in. You're going to kind of put the torch in.
Yes.
It starts burning away, and you get a better look towards the back of the room. And it looks like 30 feet back in that corner, you see that red, and it almost looks like an animal, a small animal up in the corner. But again, I mean, your torch only goes so far. It's only burning what's in front of the door, but it's getting a lot of it out of the way.
Oh my god, it's huge.
So over in that corner there is where you're seeing that. Looks like a red glow, and you notice that it looks animal-like, but it's like a silhouette through all of that web.
Have I lit my torch yet? Or?
Yes. And as you're doing that, your torch sputters out and goes out.
Okay. I think I should light another torch so we each have a torch.
Okay.
So I will...
So at this point, you both are feeling that because you've had such a big morning traveling, you're feeling a little a little tired.
Oh, okay.
So that's sort of DM talk for every 6 turns or whatever. You should take a rest of a 10-minute rest or something like that.
Yeah.
You can push through if you want, but then it comes down to what happens if you get too tired or whatever.
So are the webs continuing to burn?
And they kind of fizzle out after they kind of expand out a little bit.
Yeah. I'm not going to go in there unless we can burn all these webs away. I mean, the whole room seems to be covered in webs, right?
Whole thing.
Okay.
And we're not hearing anything like move toward us.
No.
I'm going to try and burn the webs. So if there's any webs left that I can see connected to the door, like above or below or whatever, I'm going to try and burn those away.
Okay. Anything you're doing?
I guess I will step back out into the hall.
Okay. Yeah, so you're able to do that. You burn all that away. The door is free.
I'll pull it shut.
Pull it shut.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we should maybe... So we just need to take a 10-minute rest. Like, we need to rest for a turn, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Because you guys have been
Cool.
going now for... It's coming up on a 5th hour.
5th hour?
Yeah.
We've been here for 5 hours?
No, you got up this morning and went over to the
Oh, I see what you're
temple
saying.
and
Yeah,
all
okay.
that.
Yeah. But it was relaxing.
All that relaxing
When
walking
we were-
and
yeah,
getting
when
hit
we
on
were
by a wizard.
in Molo's chambers, and when we were, I don't know. Okay, yeah, we'll take a rest, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, so at that
Do
point...
you have chalk? Does Breath Arena have chalk?
No.
No.
Okay. Unless there's anything you want to do during this rest period, then that is passed. You just took the rest period in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Go to the other door.
Go to the other door.
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
All right. What would you like to do?
You've already listened, so listen again, but I think maybe just, yeah, we'll listen again, right?
Yes. Definitely.
Yeah, because we've made a bit of a racket.
As you're listening, you hear movement in there.
Behind our door that we're listening at?
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell what kind of movement? Just like rustling or steps? Or
Rustling, and like little steps.
Little steps?
Yeah, little steps.
Steps. Okay.
Scampering.
So,
Shall we just,
can I listen again and see if I can hear if it's coming closer?
while she's doing that, I'll put my 10-foot pole up.
You're not able to tell if it's getting closer or not. But you hear that scampering too.
I think we should try to catch them unawares.
Okay.
Who's going in first?
I will?
Roll a d6.
Damn. Yeah, then, yeah. 4.
Okay. You went to barge in and it stuck and it kind of, you know. Eventually you get it open though. And
Does it seem to be stuck because it's swollen shut?
yeah.
Okay.
Upon opening the door, the scent of dry air and animal stink presses against you. The chamber is a smooth stone, 30 by 30 foot square with glyphs in a band along the walls. Near a door in the northwest corner, 5 small reptilian creatures rise from a waiting position with spears and small swords at the ready.
Oh my god. Uh-oh. Well, it's a fun campaign while it lasted. We'll have to make new characters next week. Or the week after.
So neither one of you were caught off guard, so there's no surprise roll. Because you heard them, and then they heard you.
Yeah, after the failed attempt to open the door, we're both aware of each other, right? So, so it's initiative.
So roll a d6 plus 4.
Me?
Yeah.
10.
10. And you guys are in there?
I I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and put your guys
I mean,
in.
that was kind of the idea.
Yeah.
Fight.
All right. And then now we can roll d6.
As a group?
Ooh.
One of you rolls a d6 and I'll roll a d6.
1.
2.
Do we get a bonus for missile fire or whatever?
So your dexterity, if you have a dexterity bonus, will add to your initiative score. You have a 0, right? So then if you have your weapon ready,
I have a weapon ready.
you have your melee weapon or your ranged weapon ready.
Weapon.
But I think that's the dexterity score too. That would add to. Oh yeah, yeah. So no, we're just going off straight initiative at this point. They'll act on the first segment. And who has the torch?
We both each have a torch.
Ah, okay.
Probably would have dropped mine.
Or yours went out, didn't it?
No,
I lit
it was
another one.
not. Yeah,
Oh,
no, it was
another
really-
one. And you threw yours down?
I probably dropped mine it's sitting in the doorway.
Okay.
I have a torch, but I am prepared to drop it if, I was prepared to drop it.
Okay.
Because I'm quick on the draw on my...
What is your AC? 8?
8.
8. The one that's holding the spear is going to squeal in some language you don't quite understand and try to throw the spear at Bethrina.
So is that evil humanoids?
Probably,
Yes.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you understand them? Oh, you have a bonus to hitting them,
I
don't
have
you?
a bonus damage.
Bonus damage.
You know where it is.
Okay, so he threw the spear at you. Threw it, and he threw the spear, and you were able to get out of the way, and it clanked against the wall. And this guy's gonna move over to here, and go this way. They're all moving kind of in this direction. So then it goes to you guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You want to go first?
I will go
See what happens.
first, and
These are 10-foot squares?
5 foot. I'm gonna go 5 foot.
ooh. Okay, well, I will shoot an arrow at this guy.
And are you within range?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 15 or 20 feet.
15
Yeah,
20
and
feet?
my range is 50 feet with a...
Okay, yeah, you're good. I'm just looking at this thing just to be sure. All right, so go ahead and roll a d20.
20.
That hits.
And then you get a ranger bonus, right?
Or is that close combat, I think?
Oh, it's not
Close
close enough.
combat,
No,
yeah.
that's-
1.
1. Which one were you aiming at?
This one.
Yeah, 2 axes.
So, yeah, you loose that arrow, sticks him right in the skull, drops dead.
Damn, boy. I may regret this, but I want to charge the guy with a spear.
Okay?
Because I can move 60, right? With my encumbrance?
Okay. With your hammer?
With my hammer. Do I get any kind of bonus to charge?
You get a +2, so that would bring him down to 11.
You ain't gonna hit shit.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 4.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So he managed to hold his spear up like this, and somehow the spear held. Now we're back to new round. I'm figuring out in my head what they're going to do. And then we roll initiative. I got a 1.
I got a 1.
So that's simultaneous combat then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna swing on the guy I'm engaged with. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. So go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Still need, would be 11.
11 to hit. I miss anyway.
Okay.
Bad news bears.
You can go ahead and go too because it's simultaneous.
Okay, I'm gonna charge this guy
All right.
and hit him with my sword.
Hit him with the sword. Let me look this up real quick. 2, 11.
Damn! So he's just like automatically dead.
2 plus 1.
The one with the 1 axe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just cut right down into his skull. Split it open like a melon. So that guy with the club and the shield, he is going to charge you, Bethrina.
Something else.
So I do hit.
Oh man.
And
Here we go.
that is, where's my killing dice? That spike club comes down and hits you right in the side for 4 points of damage.
Or does it?
Or does it? Why did we say that?
No, because hit points aren't necessarily a representation.
Oh yeah.
of
Well, yeah.
the-
So it didn't. I mean, yeah. You just kind of knocked the air out of you, I suppose. I thought there was some kind of dice thing.
No, I'm just
So-
saying that like it's not necessarily like narratively. That's not necessarily.
Sword and shield is gonna scream ah and charge cleric.
Yeah, I guess this is where it all happens.
What's your AC?
6.
6.
Yes. God damn it. Like what is it?
So a sword. He does strike with his sword. Hits you for 2.
Okay. I can live with 2.
All right.
Okay.
Let me do a little bookkeeping here. Okay, so I know what I'm gonna do. So what are you guys gonna do?
I'm gonna swing on spear.
I'm gonna swing on the.
Just continue to fight
Yeah.
with him.
Okay.
Yep. I got a 4.
2.
Okay. Sword is going to strike at you again. Casso. Totally clangs off your armor and misses. The spear guy is going to try to thrust into your gut. He does hit. That's 1 damage.
Okay.
And then
It's gonna be the fastest a banner got put in and
The
pulled
cra-
out.
the crazy club. The crazy club.
I'm gonna throw it to some street urchin as we leave.
The club does hit.
Must have been a sailor
2 points.
who coined that term, street urchin.
So that thing is just like pushing at you and like just going ham with this spike club. But that's all of them. So
Go ahead. I missed.
I'm gonna hit him. I missed.
okay. All right. So I know what I'm going to be doing.
I'm gonna hit spear guy.
I'm gonna.
So there's also fighting withdrawals and all that stuff.
I
too.
know. Yeah, I know. I was gonna bring that up, but I think I got maybe another round in me. We'll see what happens.
I'm gonna hit this guy again.
Okay. So we'll roll initiative.
Yes.
5.
Ooh.
That was close.
Yeah. It counts. Do I know what I need to hit?
What did you roll?
Well, 10.
Yeah, you got him.
Okay.
That was a spear guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 damage. No, excuse me, 3 damage.
Smash his skull in. He's finished.
I don't keep going, right?
Mm-mm.
Not high enough level.
Okay, I'm hitting my guy. 13.
That hits.
7.
you stick him right in the throat. So now the sword guy now I think is going to need to check morale.
Yeah, that was quite a turn that the battle took there.
Yeah. Now, he's actually... At this point, you see him drop his sword, and he gets down on his knees, and he's like...
I hoist my hammer over his head and look at Bethrina. Alright, smash it.
Done.
Yeah.
Dunsky. Alright.
Can't suffer these kinds of things to live, but I wasn't sure if you had any hang-ups about that. I'm going to go back to the door and close it.
Okay. You guys did go past your rest period, and they do say that you need to take a rest period after combat.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we rested in the hallway.
Oh, that's right, you did. Yeah. I'm sorry.
But we still need to take a rest after combat.
Yeah.
That's why I'm closing the door.
Okay. How did you do? Did you get close to getting...
I'm down to 3 hit points.
I'm down to 4 hit points.
Yikes.
Yeah. After we rest, check out examine the treasure chest that's full of treasure.
How are you approaching the chest? It's a wooden chest with the lid on closed with a keyhole.
Oh, okay. So literally that. Poke it with my stick. Hole.
It just kind of you hit it and it kind of shifts a little bit and
does the wood feel rotten or brittle? Does it seem?
It looks and feels like old wood. I mean, you can't tell with the 10-foot pole too much. It's not like termite soft, but you can see that it's faded. It's old.
How can I get a sense of how heavy it is by just like pushing it? Does it rock back and forth, or
it rocks? It slides.
It slides. Okay.
Yeah. You kind of, you do hear like the bloop, bloop, bloop kind of a noise inside.
Oh, really? Well, I probably don't want to smash it open. Sounds like there might be like, I don't know, bottles of wine in there or something.
Well, maybe approach it and see if it will open.
Well, I mean, it looks like it might be locked.
Do we know that?
No. But I like when I pushed against the lid, it didn't seem like. Well, I'll look behind it. It's like hinged on the back. Like 2 hinges.
Mm-hmm.
I'll push at the lid with my pole to see if it moves at all.
You see it. It will it lifts up a little bit and slams down.
Okay, well, let's take a step back. So I'll go back to the length of my pole and I'll try and flip it open with my pole.
Flip it open?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's kind of difficult getting the pole under there and all this 10 feet away. But you get it open and it pops open and 10 feet away you're able to see what's inside of it. It's not it's not topped off.
Once it's open,
then you're
I would
pretty
approach,
cool.
Yeah.
All right. So inside of it, you do see a bottle with some liquid in it. Okay. A little, about this big, has a bottom like that, narrows it to a neck. The cork in it with some liquid. Blue liquid.
Okay.
And 38 gold pieces.
Ooh. Is it just in there in a sack, or is it just in there, or
just laying at the bottom of it?
Okay, I'll kind of poke around carefully. I don't want to break the bottle, but just make sure there's nothing under there.
Okay.
Weird.
Yeah.
Looks okay.
It's all seems okay.
Okay, and I'll start pulling stuff out of there. 38 gold.
38 gold pieces.
It's not too bad for a day's work.
Are you gonna keep track of it?
Yeah, I was gonna keep track of it on the sheet. Well, Bethrina, what do you think? We both took some.
Yeah, I
A
think
little battered and bruised in that last one.
this might be a good.
Like I say, 38 gold. And whatever this is, I hold up the bottle.
So it's interesting that we've barely gotten in here and are finding some treasure.
Isn't it?
When there was a lot of people here yesterday.
Well, maybe we should ask some more questions about the nature of this place, because Yeah.
That makes me think.
Mm-hmm. They call it the labyrinth, so could be why this place isn't scoured clean already.
Okay, so
I'm gonna just poke around the kobolds before we leave, see if they have anything on them other than their weapons.
Other than their weapons and stuff, it's just no, they don't have anything on them.
Okay. I think we should leave.
agree.
We're gonna exfiltrate
Exfiltrate.
the complex.
Backtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how are you doing it?
Go back up to the door. And cautiously open it. Opens inwards, right?
Yeah.
So it opens it towards me, and so I can see down the hall, at least in one direction. See if everything looks the same.
Which you're looking.
My torch
down.
is still probably laying there. I don't know if it's burned out yet. It's probably still laying there burning.
Yeah, it's low, but it's still burning.
Okay.
And mine too.
Yeah. And you're looking which direction?
Well, it depends on which side the hinges are on. Whichever direction lets me look.
So it opens. If you're facing it, it opens out, or
It
comes
opens
in
into
that,
this room,
in
right?
this way. Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So I'll open it and I'll look down
Down that way.
that way. You know, whatever direction it is.
Where are you at right now? With me.
I'm still in the room.
All right. Roll for surprise.
Oh no! 6.
Okay. So as you open the door, get the torch, and you look, and like right there, there's like this. It's like it's an orc. And there's 2 of them.
Oh no!
So, and you see them like, and they start like coming up towards you.
Okay.
So what do you do?
Slam the door shut.
Yeah, if I'm not surprised, I would slam the door shut.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's close the door.
Yep.
So soon you're pounding. Pound! Pound!
Okay. What do you want to do?
Back up towards that other door, maybe? I don't know. What do you think?